Hey guys! Alright, so the saga continues. Everything was going pretty good. We had the battery changed and we were out camping in the desert, and then we just tried to start the truck yesterday, and it did start, but it was a really slow start. It was clicking, but it took it a while, and obviously right now with everything going on, that made us kind of nervous. So we decided that, well, we'd kind of just get out of where we were so we weren't just in the middle of nowhere. And so we decided we needed it, just kind of maybe get to town and try to figure this out. And it's just been crazy. We came out of town and it's been, the temperature thing on the truck was reading 102 at one point. So that's how hot it's been. It's been just crazy hot. I don't know if you can tell or not, but the skies are so hazy from all the fire smoke around here. You can actually smell it in the air. We headed a little southward into Utah, and we're just we've been kind of around Wyoming for a while there. We were in Montana, across the border to Wyoming. We were in Utah, been kind of jumping around just as we figured everything out, and then go back out and try to, do what we do, and then get back out there, and then we have an issue again. So this has been an interesting back and forth. But yeah, the smoke everywhere out here is just, I don't know, everywhere we're driving. In fact, we drove through a pretty big fire. I don't know which one it is because I couldn't find any information about it, but the sky, you could see, it wasn't just smoke from coming in from somewhere else. It was right there. The sun has been looking just like this red ball in the sky, so it's been pretty crazy. But the really crazy part is, I don't know if any of you have been looking at if you're out west, you probably know this crazy weather pattern that's coming. If not, weird. I was looking up the weather to see everything that's going on and the wind and all that, and I actually started laughing because I couldn't believe it's 100 degrees, and then I think by tomorrow it's supposed to be highs in the 30s in some places, 40s, and snow in the forecast. So places that were just 100 are gonna be snowing tomorrow. It's hard to believe. So on top of everything else that's been going on, this is the worst weather thing to go through, because we're trying to, it's hard to figure out where we wanted to stay, because we didn't want to be anywhere that was going to be so hot, but if we went to a place that was going to be cooler, then by the next day it was going to be snowing cooler, not just comfortably cool, 20s at night and snow, and we're oh, I really don't want to be in that. We could be, not even so much the cold, it's not ideal, but don't really want to be in crazy weather right now, especially with this truck giving us this grief right now, because the last thing I want to do is be stuck somewhere. So it kind of put us in this real limbo mode, which we're usually not in, because having to deal with this heat and the weather usually isn't a problem for us, because we would just leave the area or duck off somewhere. It's a little hard right now because this is a pretty crazy system everywhere, so we still would have had to drive pretty far to get out of this, but still, we usually have more options, and we wouldn't be hanging around in a city like we're stuck in now, which is not our favorite thing at all. It's kind of wearing on us, this back and forth. Again, we don't know what to do with the truck. We were thinking about taking it in somewhere, but we don't want to take it in and pay money and not have it fixed. So we're trying to learn as much as we can. We've been really using a lot of stuff you guys have thrown out there, plus a lot of outside research and just us tinkering around. And we have a whole list of things that we're working on checking and just, trying to pinpoint this. At this point, if you've been following, we put a new battery in. It's not the battery. It doesn't appear to be the accelerator. And we still don't know. We're seeing no issues per se that indicate the starter, but that doesn't mean it's 100% guaranteed, because I know there's some other weird things that could be going on that it's hard to detect. It's pretty windy here too, so sorry, I hope the wind's not killing my voice too much. I guess I should have thought about that. So starter, I assume not, I don't know. But then there's all these other things that it could be. I'm starting to wonder if we do have either an electrical issue, something funky, a sensor, something really like random and silly, but hard to detect. Or maybe the parasitic draw thing too, because we still have to do a full test on that, which we got a multimeter, a voltmeter recently. We had one, it was kind of cheap and old and secondhand, and it was analog, so we're trying to get by with that, but we got a new meter now, and it's digital and it's a little better, so I think that'll help us check on some things. Probably a good tool to have anyway on the road, so kind of upgrade it a little bit with that, and we will be using that. Apparently you can get a half decent one at a place like Walmart for, you know, $20, so not such a bad investment for us at this point. So we're going to be doing some more tests. Of course, we'll show you guys what we do, because you guys have been helpful and might help us with this process. But I think I want to do this fuse checking, where you can actually test for parasitic draw. I kind of looked around and talked to some people and have been thinking that that really could be an issue. Otherwise, something else that's electrical, or I don't know. But whatever. Boring old problems with the truck. Kind of stinks because, you know, like I said, it's just not necessarily a reason, but when we were in the Escape, we just had such a good run with no real issues with that thing, so it was nice. And normally I hate upgrading to any luxuries because they usually bring problems with them. The truck at the camper, though, is still a really good setup. I think we just need to work through getting the truck figured out. We'd like to have something that was older and, you know, didn't have as many bells and whistles, I guess, as these new. And ours is a 2015, but so newer. But I don't know. Even that is, it's just all these questions now, like, oh, what should we do and what's the right move? And we did a lot of research up front, so I thought we were going with the good thing. But I guess whatever. Expected some issues. I just want to figure it out so we can get back out there. So I don't know exactly where we'll end up, but I just wanted to give you guys an update there, and let you know that, hey, it sounds like it's trying not to start on us again, so whatever. It can be amusing at times, but it's starting to get a little frustrating, because, yeah, we want to get back out there, and we've got a lot of other adventures that we've done intermittently that I need to share that I've, you know, haven't got out there to you. So stay tuned for that. We have a lot of adventures from Montana and Wyoming, and a lot of cool things, a little surprise in a way that we want to share with you guys that happened along the way too. So that's coming, and this will serve as my update for now, just to let you know what's going on, and I'll do more soon, since I'm sure we'll be going through all kinds of interesting things between the heat and the cold and the fires and the truck and everything. It should be interesting. But life continues to be an adventure, so I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks again for all the suggestions and the help, and we'll see what happens. Bye, guys.